Hi guys, it's Deb, back with another Sims 4 house building video. The name of this house is Modern Escape. This house has 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It has a study, a gym. It has not 1 but 2 swimming pools on 2 levels. And it also has a basement with a playroom. And I had a lot of fun building this house. It was my first time building basements in The Sims 4, as we just got that patch to add the basements yesterday, which I started building this house a little more than a week ago when I very first started it, but I knew that I wanted to put a basement in it, so I was not able to finish it until this morning, until we got the basement patch. But I really love the basement area, and when you see it, I hope you like it as well. And here I am just working on the exterior of the home and putting in the roof. This house does end up having both a flat roof and a half gable roof on it to make it look really modern. This is an ultra modern home. And I wanted to put a lot of fountains and a lot of water, a lot of pools in this home. I guess it's because here where I live, the last few days the weather has been warming up, and I've been really thinking about the beach lately. I cannot wait for summertime. In real life, I absolutely love the beach, the ocean. I love water, and I really want to go to the beach and I really want to go swimming. So that's probably the reason why I was drawn to put the 2 pools in and a lot of fountains in this house. I even actually put a fountain inside this home in the master bathroom, and I really love the way the master bathroom turned out with the fountain, and you will see it shortly, and I hope you like it. There I am just putting in all the windows for the house to let in a lot of natural light. And there you can see me starting to work on the fountains. And the fountains do wrap around one side of the house. They wrap around the left side of the house. And then on the right side of the house, I have the pool that wraps around part of the house. And I really wish that they would make it where we could have fountains and pools touch each other. That would be really neat. Which I could have had it wrap all the way around if I had done a pool all the way around the front of the house, a pool in front rather than fountains. And the reason I did not do that is because I do plan on playing in this house eventually, and I don't like it when Sims swim in an area that's supposed to be a fountain. Like right there by the front door, I definitely, in the front of the house, I definitely did not want Sims swimming in that area. I wanted it to be a fountain. It would be neat if Sims could play in fountains, though. That would be a neat interaction for them to add. Maybe they'll do that one day. That would really be fun for them to splash around in a fountain. But I did not want my Sims choosing to swim there rather than the other 2 pools that I have put in the home. And I used that really nice sky blue, or I guess you could call it turquoise blue, color on the walls because it does remind me of water, that color does. And I did use that color to kind of tie in with all the pools and fountains in this home. And I also picked up that purple accent color that was in the rug, just to kind of, give it some contrast and a little bit of color accent, a pop of color. I really like to use bright colors in my homes. If you've watched any of my other home builds before, then you already know that about me. And I hope you all like bright colors as well. There I am putting up some mirrors on the wall, putting some rugs in and pictures. Put some lights there by the staircase, because staircases are hard to light. So I really do love using wall lights by staircases to light them up a little bit. There I am working on the dining room area, putting in a china cabinet and some little tables and plants and things of that nature. Love those tulips. I really like that blue plant that I was going to use at first also, but I thought it looked a little bit too traditional for this particular build, because this is an ultra modern home, I guess you would say. Well, not ultra modern, but it is very modern. And I wanted to stick with all modern things in this house, which, sometimes it's fun to mix modern and traditional things for kind of an eclectic look. But I did want to stay modern in this particular house. And there I am playing with mirrors, and I love to play with mirrors like that. Move them up and down on the wall and kind of create interesting little wall hangings for the Sims to look at. And I absolutely love the fact that they are still able to use those mirrors to practice their speeches in, even if you do move them up and down on the walls and combine them with the move objects on sheet. And there I am putting some things on the table there. And you will see in the final screenshots that what I have on the table there is not what I end up putting on the table. And the reason is because when I tested this home, I always test all my homes before I put them on the gallery and before I do the final building video. I always test the homes by uploading them and then downloading them again on the lot. And when I did, those things on that table disappeared, so I replaced them with something that would not disappear, because I would hate for someone to download one of my houses on the gallery, and I know this has happened in the past, and I hate it when things disappear. I don't want you to have to refurnish homes after you've downloaded them. And I really love the fact that you can put the bars in the islands like I've done here. I think it looks really neat, and that way you don't have to have extra space in the home for a bar. You have it right there in the kitchen and all those bar stools around that big island. So it'd be a great place for the Sims to congregate and just have a good time, practice their mixology skills, and cook up a gourmet meal for all their friends and family. I really like the kitchen. I love how it turned out. And this is not the only bar in the home. I also do put a bar in the basement play area so your Sims can party on down there and practice their mixology skills there as well as in the kitchen. And I absolutely love those keys that I put on the wall. I know that, well, I guess you could consider that modern too, but I do love those keys, and they could be used in both modern and a traditional home. And here I am working on the main floor bathroom. As I told you before, there are 4 bathrooms in this home, so there's plenty of room for all the Sims to shower and bathe and go to the bathroom and not have to worry about running into each other or not having a place to go and having to wait and pee their pants. You won't have to worry about that if you download this particular home. And there we go, just putting some knickknacks and odds and ends in the bathroom to kind of clutter it up a little bit and make it look like a real house, and putting paintings on the wall. And now I'm putting in the grill and working on the deck barbecue area and the deck area. And now you can see I'm laying out the basement floor, and I do have pools around the basement, and I did put windows on all the pools, so you do have a view of the pool from the basement. You also have a view of the other pool from the gym, which I'm putting in now. So you have a pool view there. And also you'll see that when I work on the study area, you also have a view from the study into that deck pool area. So there's lots of water views in this home, which might give it kind of a vacation-y feel. And here I am working on the master bedroom, and I absolutely love putting columns in behind the bed. I think it just looks so neat. It gives it that little extra something, that little extra pop that makes it a little bit more interesting. And there I am playing with mirrors again above the dresser area. I love to make, larger mirrors out of small mirrors. And just putting in a little table with some plants and another mirror behind that table. putting in some wall lights to brighten up the room just a little bit. And I absolutely love that teal green color in this bedroom. It also reminds me of water, maybe kind of a Caribbean, or if you want to pronounce it, Caribbean type water, which I have been to the Caribbean on more than one occasion, and I absolutely love the water there. It is so beautiful, and I would love to go back again this summer. I don't know if we'll get to, but maybe. I can always hope that maybe things will work out so that we can go back there again this summer. I don't know. Here I am working on the master bathroom, and this is the area where I do put fountains behind the bathtub, and I think it turned out so neat. I really like it. If you all have watched any of my other builds, you know that I love to make fountains with out of the rocks. It's one of my favorite things to do. It was one of my favorite things ever that I did in The Sims 3 as well, and carried it over to my builds in The Sims 4. There I am putting in some plants in the fountain area, and there's the tub. So I just think it would be so fun to relax in that tub with a nice bubble bath with those calming fountains and flowers around you. And you'll notice that I do put double showers in this master bathroom so that both Mom and Dad Sim can shower and get ready for work in the morning at the same time. And there I am working on a little vanity dressing area, and put that really nice covered chair there so that Mom Sim can sit and primp and do her nails and things like that in the bathroom. Nice little cozy place to do that. And then just putting in the towels and finishing touches, and I do end up going with blue, and I change those towels to blue in this bathroom, and put in blue curtains and blue rugs. Actually, I don't guess you would call those curtains. I guess you would call them blinds, or shades, I guess is more the proper term. Putting in rugs and fiddling with the lighting. And you'll notice that I do end up changing out these lights to a different light fixture, which I absolutely love the look of these lights that I have in here. I love the way they look, but they don't put out quite as good of a light, you know, quite as bright, or I guess bright is not really the word that I'm wanting to use. The light does not spread out from those light fixtures as well as it does from that round ball ceiling light fixture. So I do go back and change all the light fixtures out to that round ball ceiling, which you will see later. And there I am working on the hall bathroom. And this bathroom also has double showers and a separate tub for your Sims. And here I am working on a bedroom for 2 little boys. And I also used the columns in this room, and just discovered when I was building this house that when you put the column in on a diagonal wall, it actually hugs both sides of that diagonal wall. So I didn't know that. So that's something that I found out doing this build, and I thought it was really neat. I think it looks really good. There I am just putting in pictures and clutter and things like that. And here I've moved on to a room for 2 little girls. And I've also used the columns behind the beds in this room. And just putting in the windows and curtains. And of course I have to put the dollhouse in. You know we've got to have the dollhouse. And I absolutely love those balloons over the bed. I've been wanting to use those balloons for a long time, and I always forget about it. I see them when I'm in the game, and I think I really need to use those in a little girl's room, and I always forget. And this time, thankfully, I did remember them and did put them in. And this room has a lot of windows as well, letting in a lot of natural light. And she's got the 2 little girls. I said she, but there will be 2 possibly in this room. They have all the toys that they could ever want. They have the creativity table and the toy box and shelves with a bunch of toys on them. So they have a lot of things to play with. And there I am changing those pictures. I decided to put 2 in Thought it looked more balanced than just the one picture. And now here I am working on the hallway on the lower level, putting in some plants and pictures. And now I am working on the study area, and I decided to go with that apple green color. Actually, the wall color is more, I guess, of a hunter green, but the desk I would call probably an apple green, but they do coordinate, so that's fine. And here I am kind of building a little shelving unit, which in the end I do like the way it turned out. I had a few problems with that top shelf and it showing weirdly against the wall there, so I put plants up to hide it, but in the end I still was not satisfied with it. So I do end up deleting that very top shelf, but I do leave the other shelves. And I think the shelving unit actually turned out quite nice. And there we go, deleting that one shelf. And putting that beautiful dog statue in at the bottom. And I've got that typewriter in and books. And here we are, you've got to have a computer, so putting in the computer. And there you can see into the swimming pool area. That's the deck pool that you're looking at. And you could sit there, your sim could sit there and read a book and just enjoy the day with the light coming down through the water. It would cast such beautiful shadows in real life. I just know it would. There I am putting in some more little doodads and some plants, kind of liven up the room a little bit, and put in a few little lights and everything, move things around. And here I am putting in lights in the deck pool area so that it will be lit up so you can see it when you're inside. And now here we are in the basement, and I absolutely love the views in this basement of the ground floor pool area outside. And there I am just putting in some shelving and things behind the bar area. And I put a sink in and a coffee pot or teapot, whatever you want to call it. I think that one's probably tea, where your Sims can have a nice cup of tea and relax. And just putting in some gaming tables, the chess table. And I do put a seating area over here, as well as I do end up putting a stereo over there as well. And there is a full bathroom down here in the basement, which I am working on now. And the toilet and tub area are separate, so two Sims can be in this bathroom at the same time, one going to the bathroom and the other taking a shower, and they will never see each other. So you won't have that problem to worry about. And as you know, if you've watched my builds before, I do like to divide up all my bathrooms like that because I do play in these houses. I'm not just a builder. Some people only play The Sims, other people only build in The Sims, and then there's the third category of people, which I fall into. We both build and play. So when I'm building, I'm always thinking of how the room will actually play with my Sims. So that is the reason I like to divide up all the bathrooms so that Sims won't pee their pants waiting for someone else to get out of the shower. And here we are working on the landscaping area and putting in fountains in the fountain area around the side of that pool. And I love the way that pool looks on the side of the house. And now putting in bushes and lots of landscaping. I like lots of lush landscaping in my home, and I do always like to start with this ground cover because I think it makes the landscaping look a lot more realistic. And in real life, I like to have well, actually I like to have mulch or a ground cover or something like that underneath my plants in real life. And so I thought that, you know, it would look a lot better in the Sims builds to also put in that detail in the landscaping. It just makes it look more lush and more realistic. And just putting in those pink flowers all the way around the fountains. And I do use the blue flowers as well to kind of switch it up a little bit. You'll see the blue flowers here by the hedgerow. And then I decided to stick a few trees in. And I thought about going with the palm tree because, I thought that would have been neat. And then I thought, well, if I put a palm tree in, it'll look a little bit more like Oasis Springs. And so I decided to go with a regular tree. And there I am putting in a hedgerow to kind of give a little bit of privacy on the back of the lot, because you know how Sims love to wander around. And I didn't want the neighbors, being too nosy. And here we are with the finished home. And I really hope that you like those fountains in the front. I really like the way they turned out. I think it just really gives it an extra special added touch, especially with this pool that wraps around. And I absolutely love this back area. I just want to go swimming right now and play in those fountains and just frolic around and have a really nice time in the water. And here we are coming back around to the front of the home. And as I said, the front door is on the second level of the home. And this is what you see when you walk in the front door. You see that living room with the piano and the cozy fireplace, and that's looking back toward the front door. And here is a shot of the dining room, also with a nice cozy fire. And here's a shot of the kitchen, and you can see the pool through the windows. And here's another shot showing the bar in the island, which I love. And here's a shot of the barbecue area, and it is covered, a covered area. And here's a shot of the deck pool area, which I absolutely love how it turned out. Now this is the hallway leading to the bedrooms of the home. And here is the study, and you can see into that deck swimming pool. And here is the gym, and you also have that wonderful view into the deck swimming pool. And here we are in the master bedroom with the columns behind the bed. And here is that beautiful master bath with the fountains. Another shot of the master bath, and you can see the double showers here. And here is a shot of another one of the bathrooms, also with double showers. And here is that room for the two little girls with the balloons behind the bed. And here is the room for the little boys, which for some reason reminds me of a jungle. And here is the workbench area as you come down into the basement. And here is a shot of the basement playroom and the bar area. And there's another shot of the playroom, and you can see all the beautiful pool windows. And here we are back at the front elevation of the home. And this does conclude this Sims 4 house building video. And I want to thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comments down below. Please leave me a like and please subscribe. Oh, and also one more thing. If you are interested in downloading this house from the Sims 4 gallery, you can find it by searching my origin user ID, SimmerDeb. SimmerDeb is all one word with a capital S and a capital D. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.